Only two quarterbacks have managed to take down Trevor Lawrence in the Clemson dynasty in the 3 years it existed. Number 1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow, and 2021 NFL draft prospect Justin Fields. So what does it take to beat Clemson? Why could these two do it? In my opinion, it's because when you need to beat Clemson, you need a quarterback that's fearless, elite, and shows up in the big stage. And Justin Fields is all of that. The first great trait that Justin Fields possesses that I noticed was accuracy. When you think about it, the Big Ten is a very defensive conference, and to put up the stats that the Buckeyes were putting up, you got to think that Justin Fields just had some special talent to fit balls into places that they probably would not have been put in by other quarterbacks, and that's exactly what happened. In my eyes, he might be the most accurate passer in this class when it comes to just getting it pinpoint accuracy. You're going to see an example of that on this next throw versus Clemson. Fits it in between 4 defenders right there. Just a great throw, can get it into any window. Here's another great example. Steps up in the pocket, throws it down the middle, boom, hits him on a seam, and he lets his guy do the rest after the catch. Beautiful, accurate throw from Justin Fields. And not only is it a great throw, but it's also a great read, which is what you love to see in a quarterback. He's got 2 guys going on a streak to the side of him. He sees this guy right here. He's going to end up flanking out, and that's the read that Justin Fields needs. He's either going to take a shot on the far side or up the middle, depending on what that safety does. Ultimately, as I've already shown you and you've already seen on the play, that safety is going to go over and try and protect half the field. Unfortunately for the team they're playing, that's a bad idea because that leaves a window for an accurate quarterback like Justin Fields to fit it into. Boom, big play, great throw. Here's a nice example of Fields using an RPO. They're going to bring pressure. They brought pressure on him all game. Just looks nice, easy throw here. Fits it in. Dot. Great job. But now let's get into some flaws. When you first see this play, that looks like a great play from the safety coming over and picking it off, just reading the mind of Justin Fields. You wouldn't criticize him too hard on that. But let's take a look at it from another angle. As you see here, guy's wide open. Justin waits too late. He waits to see him open instead of anticipating him open, and that ultimately leads to an interception. That's one of the knocks on Justin Fields, is that he will hold on to the ball for too long, doesn't trust things to happen, doesn't have great anticipation down the field, and oftentimes he gets stuck on his first read. Now this is what I love to see out of a quarterback in college, being able to understand and read a defense. Take a look at the routes on these plays, and then we're going to take a look at the high safety because there is only one high safety on this play. Ultimately, he's going to go back to protect the middle of the field, which is going to leave a huge hole right here in the middle of the field. If Justin Fields reads this correctly and delivers an accurate ball, it is going to be a first down. Let's see what Justin does. And as you can see, he made the right read and a great throw to get the first down. But this is a bit of the worry with Justin Fields, is that can he get off of his first read? Of course, this is the correct read, but what if this wasn't open? What would he have done? That's what he struggled with a lot in college. It's also led to a lot of success since he plays at Ohio State with all of these great athletes that can get themselves open. But we'll see what happens in the NFL. It obviously works for him here. It's a great read by him, but it's just something to note. Now we'll take a look into something that basically every quarterback has these days, but it's very important in the modern NFL, and that is mobility. And not only does Justin Fields have mobility, but he also has toughness. When you take a look there, that's kind of an old Roethlisberger play where he avoids the sack and gets some yardage. He really shouldn't have. Big, tough, strong, physical guy. He takes a lot of big hits. That's obviously not always a good thing, but Justin Fields is a really tough competitor. But now let's get into the performance that really solidified his spot for me in this draft as a really good quarterback. It really answered a lot of questions I had about him, and that was when he stepped up big time while being injured to take down undefeated Clemson in the college football playoff. He wasn't just making easy throws in this game. There were some very long, tough, difficult throws that he was making, and we're going to take a look at some of those. After Fields took this hit, there was many questions, and one of them was even if he'd be able to finish the game. But not only did he do that, he played his best football he's ever played. Here's a big time throw from Fields on the run, throws it, perfect accuracy, touchdown, Ohio State. We'll get into even more big throws. Trust me, that is just the beginning. And here's an example of that big game essence. You have Clemson on the ropes. You're up 14. Can you get a dagger shot before halftime? Not only does he do that, he delivers an absolute piss missile up the middle. Perfect throw. Take a look at this. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful throw. But Fields was not showing mercy. Doesn't even set his feet. Boom. Down the field. Huge play. Unfair talent. Take a look at this. Watch the feet. He doesn't even set them. He doesn't step into that throw. He just launches it. And this is the throw that ultimately was the dagger. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Gets pressure. Throws it deep down the field. Perfect, perfect throw. His guy maybe had half a step. That ball had to lead him. It was perfect. Justin Fields, when it mattered the most, stepped up and performed for his Buckeyes. And then just to add some salt to the wound, he does it again. Perfect. Boom. Touchdown. While Justin does have some issues with holding on to the football too long and just staring down his first read, he's an undeniable talent that shows up most when you need him the most, and he's going to make some NFL franchise happy. I'm predicting it right now. Justin Fields will be a Pro Bowl quarterback at the next level. He's got the it factor.